really seriously talking to schools about.
Hey, fuckhead. Welcome to Paranormal Spirits.
Hello, everyone.
Creeping it real unholy.
It's time to tell a story.
And please drink responsibly. They know us well. Hey, sugar nuts. Welcome to Paranormal Spirits, where we share a drink, we tell you a spooky story, and then we rip it apart because booze always shows the truth.
Sure does.
And as always, we are going to be playing Emily's drinking game.
Emily's drinking game. Ooh.
Where every time we mess up a word or phrase, we take a drink. Today, I have a story for you about a haunted doll in Japan. International flavor. Yes. The name of this doll is, and I apologize to anyone who's Japanese out there if I butcher any of these names. I'm so sorry. Okiku, also known as the haunted doll of Hokkaido. Hokkaido. She's a doll that resides in Iwamizawa Temple.
Nice.
It's kind of an urban legend, but it's also a doll that actually does exist.
Okay.
So the story generally goes like this. There was a 17-year-old Japanese boy who bought a traditional Japanese doll for his younger sister. She's about 3 years old at the time. And now this doll had what was called an okappa hairstyle, which is basically what we would call a bob with bangs, which I guess was a traditional Japanese hairstyle. This was in 1918. So it was a traditional style at that point in time. Okay, so he bought this doll in 1918 for his 3-year-old sister, whose name was Kikuko. Okiku is the doll, Kikuko is the girl. So anyways, Kikuko loved the doll very much. So, she was like a 3-year-old girl. She got this doll and she loved it. So she took it everywhere with her. She slept with it, everything. Just took this doll, was like by her side at all times. The story goes that not long after getting the doll, Kikuko died after catching a cold. It's a very dangerous cold.
Well, in 1918.
It's a cold. The influenza? Why am I saying it like I'm 80? The influenza.
She caught the damn influenza.
She got the sugar diabetes. They say she got a cold and died from it. Now, of course, family was grief-stricken. 3-year-old little girl dies. Sad for everyone. So they kept the doll that she loved so much and they put it in a shrine in their house as a remembrance. After a while, they noticed that the doll's hair was getting longer. And so they felt that the doll was haunted by Kikuko's spirit. Now, in 1938, the family decided they were going to move to Hokkaido. They had lived on an island at the time. It's the I'm not going to say it again. It's the word that I said before that I already messed up, that's where they lived. It was an island. They felt that it would be best to keep the doll there on the island. And so they gave her to some monks at Manenji Temple. And they told the monks that they felt the doll was haunted and that her hair would grow so that the monks would know what was going on. As the monks had her hair kept growing. At one point, one of the monks had a dream that Okiku, the doll, visited him in the dream and asked him to trim her hair. I guess she felt it was getting a little too long. She got the split ends cut off. So from time to time, the monks do trim her hair, but her hair still to this day keeps growing. Now this doll is on display. People go to this temple to see the doll and you can see her. You're not allowed to photograph her. There are some pictures. Would you like to see a picture of her?
Yes. Ugh. Ugh.
Keep in mind, the doll had, chin-length hair. It's now down to about her knees, and it would be longer, they said, except for the fact that the monks do trim the hair. There's also a rumor, I don't know if this is true, haven't been able to corroborate it, that the hair was analyzed by scientists and found to be human hair.
Do you think that they need to just put the doll's arm down? Do you remember the dolls where you would lift their arms up and their hair would grow? You would literally have to crank her arm to get her hair back up, but then you're like, all right, here we go again. Riddle me this. As a hairdresser, How
Yes.
does a doll want to trim her hair more than most women with long hair?
Well, her hair's already down to her knees.
Have you ever met a woman with hair down to her knees? Say just, ooh, are you cutting off? Rule of thumb, if you have to pull your hair out of the way when you sit down to pee because it's going to drop in the toilet, it's too long. If you died right now, what's the object in your home that you would possess?
A dildo.
So you could just
No.
fuck people for eternity?
I don't know. What would you possess?
Bottle of vodka.
Open the lid, you screw up the lid and you hear.
You open it up and it's like, the tea. I'm the haunted tea.
So when we die, you can haunt a bottle of vodka, I'll haunt a bottle of gin. They can put us and we can be drunk together forever. Yeah, so you two could go see Okiku if you wanted to. You think we should plan a drunken trip to Japan to go see Okiku the doll?
I feel like we're too rude for the country of Japan. Hell yeah, if I ever go to Japan, we're gonna go see the haunted ass doll. Take Lily, they'll be best friends.
You're like, hey, Okiku, we got a new friend. Her name is Lily. She's a haunted doll. Her hair doesn't grow, but she dances to the Beastie Boys. You'll love her.
It's Lily's Tinder profile. My hair doesn't grow, but I do dance to the Beastie Boys. Swipe right.
The profile picture alone will get plenty of guys.
Well, that's the crappy story of Okiku the doll. If you like what you saw, nice. Do yourself a favor and like, subscribe, ring that bell just so you can get notified of more shenanigans. Do all that stuff because I told you to and you should listen to me. And we will see you next time for more drunken adventures with two idiots. Have a nice night. Get out. Get out. Get out. Goodbye.
Cheers.